Welcome back to my channel. Expensive Conus World, the place where history meets treasure hunting. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating modern U.S. coins, the 1980 United States of America Liberty $1 coin, also known as the SusanBAnthonyDollar. And believe it or not, while most of these coins are only worth $1, some rare ones can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market. Stick around until the end, because I'll reveal the most expensive 1980 $1 coin ever sold, and trust me, you'll be shocked by the price. Let's start with a little background. The SusanBAnthonyDollar was introduced in 1979, replacing the Eisenhower dollar. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman, honoring suffragist Susan B. Anthony. On the front, or obverse, you'll see her portrait, along with the words Liberty and In God We Trust. On the back, or reverse, is an eagle landing on the moon, a design borrowed from the Eisenhower dollar, symbolizing America's space achievements. Now, here's the thing, most people didn't like this coin. Why? Because it was small and often confused with a quarter, so it never really took off in circulation. But for collectors today, that means there are hidden treasures waiting to be found. In 1980, the SusanBAnthonyDollar was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, with a D mint mark; San Francisco Mint, with an S mint mark, mostly proof coins. So when you look at your coin, check just above Anthony's shoulder for the mint mark. That tiny letter could make a huge difference in value. Alright, let's talk numbers. What are these coins actually worth? Circulated condition. If your coin has been used in everyday transactions, it's usually worth $1 to $2, not much more than face value. Uncirculated condition. If it looks fresh from the mint, with no wear, collectors might pay $5 to $15. Proof coins. The San Francisco S mint mark proofs, with mirror-like surfaces, usually go for $10 to $25. But here's where it gets exciting. Rare errors and high-grade coins can skyrocket in value. Some of the most valuable $1980 are error coins. For example, off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned; double dies, where letters or numbers appear doubled; wrong planchette errors, struck on the wrong type of coin metal. Collectors go crazy for these mistakes, and they can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on rarity. But even without errors, the real money is in high-grade certified coins. So, what's the highest price ever paid for a 1980 SusanBAnthonyDollar? Well, a 1980s proof coin graded, meaning a perfect proof coin, has sold for over $500. Even more impressive, certain 1980D coins in condition have sold for $1,000 or more at auctions. That's right. A coin most people think is just pocket change can be worth a small fortune if it's the right one. So the next time you come across a 1980 Liberty $1 coin, don't just spend it. Check the mint mark, look for errors, and examine the condition. You never know. You might be holding a rare treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting stories and hidden treasures. And let me know in the comments, do you have a 1980 SusanBAnthonyDollar in your collection? The next up top to hidden treasures? Or just love the idea of turning pocket change into profit? Hit that subscribe button and let's dig in. Today, we're diving deep into the 1979 United States Liberty $1 coin with the iconic words, "In God We Trust." What makes it so valuable? Which ones are worth big bucks? Let's break it down. The 1979 $1 coin is officially known as the SusanBAnthonyDollar, named after the famous women's rights activist. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman who wasn't a mythological figure. The coin was minted to replace the larger Eisenhower dollar, which was bulky and unpopular in daily commerce. But there was a problem. It looked a lot like a quarter. and people often confuse the two. The result: it was pulled from wide circulation and production ended just a few years later. The obverse features Susan B. Anthony's portrait, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust." The reverse shows the Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle landing on the moon, with an olive branch, a design borrowed from the Eisenhower dollar. Now let's get to the good stuff. What makes some of these coins worth way more than face value? It all comes down to mint marks, errors, and condition. P. Philadelphia. D. Denver. S. San Francisco. Coins minted in San Francisco with the S mark were often proof coins specially made for collectors. These coins were struck multiple times for sharp details and have a mirror-like finish. Here's where it gets interesting. The 1979 S-proof coin comes in two varieties, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1 has a blob-like S mint mark, while Type 2 has a clear, sharp S that collectors love. That Type 2, that's your moneymaker. Depending on the condition, it can fetch anywhere from $100 to over $1,500, especially in a high-grade PR70 deep cameo. So, what's the most expensive 1979 $1 coin ever sold? A 1979S Type 2 proof SusanBAnthonyDollar, graded PR70 DC AM by PCGS, sold for a whopping $2,530 at auction. Why? It was in flawless condition, with a perfect mirror finish and ultra-deep cameo contrast. These top-graded coins are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Alright, time to check your piggy banks. Here's what to look for. Look under the year 1979 on the obverse. No mint mark means Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. Got an S. Compare it to online images or use a loupe to see if it's the clear Type 2 version. Some $1,979 have rare errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchette errors. These can add serious value. Coins are graded from 1 to 70, and collectors pay big for grades MS 67 and above, or PR70 for proof coins. A professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin. Introduced 1979. Designer Frank Gasparo. Diameter 26.5 millimeters. Metal 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel. Weight 8.1 grams. First U.S. coin with a real woman. Short-lived series 1979 1981. Reef return in 1999. So you've got a $1,979 coin. Should you cash in or hold? If it's a Type 2 proof, high grade, or an error coin, definitely consider getting it graded and selling it at auction or through a reputable dealer. But even if it's not worth thousands, it's still a fascinating piece of history. eBay, great for comparisons, but beware of fakes. Heritage Auctions, reputable auction house. Just be sure to do your homework and never clean your coins. It can drastically reduce their value. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1979 SusanBAnthonyDollar, the coin. That proves even a dollar can be worth a fortune under the right conditions. Have you checked your change lately? You might be sitting on a hidden gem. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on more money-making coin tips. Drop a comment if you have one of these coins or if you'd like me to cover another one next. The next up top 3, you might want to check your pockets, piggy banks, or old coin jars because this $1 coin from 1999 could be worth thousands today. We're talking about a rare and valuable piece of American currency history, the 1999 United States Liberty Dollar. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that says $1, but can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. Archival imagery of the U.S. Mint Historical Coin Press. Before we dive into what makes this coin so valuable, let's rewind a bit. The coin in question is the 1999 United States dollar. One coin more formally known as the 1999p SusanBAnthonyDollar, or, in some cases, a rare experimental Sacagawea coin mule from the same year. In 1999, the U.S. Mint reissued the SusanBAnthonyDollar, the last of its kind, before transitioning to the golden Sacagawea dollars in 2000. That makes the 1999 version somewhat of a final chapter in the coin's legacy. But here's where things get interesting. Not all $1,999 coins are created equal. Some versions were struck in extremely low numbers. Some contain minting errors. Others are what collectors call mule errors. And these are the ones that can sell for over $100,000. So let's break down the different types of 1999 $1 coins you might come across and what to look for. 1999p SusanBAnthonyDollar Philadelphia Mint. This was the final year of production for the SBA dollar. Most of these are common, but high-grade examples in MS67 or higher can be worth $100, $500. Proof 1999p SusanBAnthonyDollar, sold to collectors. These coins have mirror-like surfaces and were struck specially. Some deep cameo examples in PR70. Condition can bring into $100, $600. This is the holy grail of dollar coin errors. A mule error means to mismatch dies were used. In this case, the obverse of the SusanBAnthony and the reverse of the new Sacagawea dollar. Only a few of these are known to exist, and one sold for $155,000 to $150 at auction. Cut to close-up B-roll of coins being examined with a magnifier, gloves, lighting. So how can you tell if your 1999 $1 coin is valuable? Here's a checklist. Mint mark. Look for a P under the date. That indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Stripe quality, sharp details, clean edges, no scratches. These affect grading. Error features, double dies, off-center strikes, or a mismatched reverse. Weight and color. Some experimental plankets weigh differently or have a golden hue, a sign they were struck using Sacagawea blanks. On-screen graphic. Coin anatomy diagram pointing out mint mark. Obverse, reverse, rim. A. Here are some real-world examples of how much these coins have sold for. 1999p SBA mule error PCGS MS to 66. Sold for $155,000 to $150 at heritage auctions. 1999p SBA Proof PR70 DCM. Sold for $600 on eBay. High-grade MS68 SBA coin. Estimated value of $500, $1,000 depending on market. With big value comes big risk, and the world of rare coins is full of counterfeits. If you think you've got something special, have it graded by PCGS or NGC, the two most trusted third-party grading companies. Avoid cleaning the coin. It reduces value. Compare weights and edge details to official specifications. If you've got a 1999 $1 coin and suspect it might be rare, here's what to do next. Do your research. Compare with photos from auction sites. Visit a coin dealer, preferably one certified by the ANA. Sell at auction, heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, or eBay for certified coins. So that plain-looking 1999 $1 coin sitting in your drawer might be more than just spare change. It could be a piece of rare numismatic history worth thousands. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or want me to cover another valuable piece of U.S. currency. And remember, always check your change. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay lucky, and happy hunting.